We want to take you live to Phoenix, Arizona, where Democratic Congresswoman Kyrsten Sinema is speaking. She's the presumed winner in the Arizona Senate race after her Republican opponent, Martha McSally, conceded tonight. Let's listen in.
Here today. I'm grateful to all veterans and service members, including two of my brothers, Paul and Sterling, and my opponent, Congresswoman McSally. We launched this campaign because Arizona veterans and all everyday Arizonans deserve a leader who will fight for them in the United States Senate. Together, over the last 13 months, we've accomplished something incredible. We've talked to and engaged more Arizonans than ever before. And we did this because voting is a fundamental part of our democracy. Our country is at its best when everyone is engaged and everyone's voice is heard. That work isn't over, and we'll continue to make sure that every vote is counted. I am so honored that Arizonans chose our vision of a better Arizona. And now it's time to get to work. Arizonans had a choice between two very different ways forward. One focused on fear and party politics, and one focused on Arizona and the issues that matter to everyday families. Arizona rejected what has become far too common in our country: name-calling, petty personal attacks, and doing and saying whatever it takes just to get elected. It's dangerous, and it lessens who we are as a country. But Arizona proved that there is a better way forward. We can work with people who are different than us. We can be friends with people who are different than us. We can love and care about people who are different than us. We can keep people who are different than us safe. We can be good people who care deeply about each other, even when we disagree. And we can start by listening to someone with a different opinion, listening not to rebut or to debate, but listening to understand. We can try to understand another person's life experiences and perspective. We can try to imagine what another person's life might be like, that perhaps her experiences have shaped her life, just like our experiences have shaped ours. We can articulate our own opinions and beliefs without believing or saying that someone else's are therefore wrong. We can embrace difference while seeking common ground. As I head to serve our great state in the United States Senate, I pledge to double down on this approach. During my 6 years in Congress, I've tried to be a cheerful warrior, willing to work with literally anyone to get things done. I've tried hard to help others see our common humanity and find our common ground. And I'm proud of how this approach has worked. We've delivered real results for families, for veterans, and for business in Arizona. And during this campaign, I have been honored to meet with thousands of Arizonans in their workplaces, in coffee shops, and in neighborhoods. Listening to their stories reminded me each and every day why we do this work and how much there is left to do. One of the very first Arizonans to join our campaign was Leo. Is Leo here tonight? No, Leo. Leo is a proud Air Force veteran who served our country with honor and dignity, and today he's battling cancer. But in between his chemo treatments, he spent his time in these last months calling voters because he knows firsthand just how much is on the line. A woman named Michelle from Glendale recently shared her story with me. Her son was born with just one kidney, and she's worried about how he'll afford his care if we lose protections for people with pre-existing conditions. In Tucson, I met Ann. Her husband is a disabled veteran. He served in Vietnam and has lived with the effects of Agent Orange ever since. It's our responsibility as Americans to make sure that every veteran gets the care that he or she deserves. This campaign was about Leo and Michelle and Ann and all the other everyday Arizonans who are sick and tired of the dysfunction in Washington and who want leaders to put aside party labels and just focus on getting things done. As your senator, that's exactly what I'll do. Not by calling names or playing political games, but by showing up every day and doing the work to keep Arizona moving forward. A few months ago, we lost a legend who exemplified that spirit and all that is best of Arizona. His example shines a light on our way forward. Senator John McCain stood for everything we stand for as Arizonans. Fighting for what you believe in, standing up for what's right even if you stand alone, and serving a cause that is greater than oneself. Senator McCain is irreplaceable, but his example will guide our next steps forward. He taught us to always assume the best in others, to seek compromise instead of sowing division, and to always put country ahead of party. It's up to all of us to carry on Senator McCain's legacy.